Going to talk about today Facebook ads for your e-com business. Whether you're selling CBD online, whether you have a retail shop and are trying to bring it online, and figuring out what the best solution is to do that. I have another video that goes into using Shopify and Shopify Plus to set up your e-com business. Today we're going to be discussing how to properly run and scale your Facebook ads for your e-com business. This is going to be advanced training, so if you're not familiar with Facebook ads or setting up a business manager at all, this training is not for you. I wouldn't recommend to go into it right now. I would recommend my other trainings that I have available in setting up your Facebook business manager and going through basic Facebook ads training before you, we're going to talk a little bit about strategy in here specifically for e-com businesses. So stay tuned and we want to stick around till the end of the video. I will show you how to build your audiences in Facebook and then be able to make that process go a whole lot faster and find your people on Facebook very quickly. So definitely want to stick around to the end. With that said, let's get started. Okay, so automated customer leads. This is week 1 of advanced Facebook ads. And a warning, again, this will get advanced, so take notes. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is pull in all of your audience assets that you currently have into Facebook. These include anything on your Facebook business page, any likes, followers that you may have and built up in there, email address lists of previous customers. A minimum that you would need is 100 emails, any video views, page or ad engagement from previous advertisements or posts that you created on Facebook, anything off your Instagram account, any followers there, and anything you have built up on your Instagram account, any videos you have on your Instagram account, and then any pixel data. If you already have a pixel created going to a landing page or some other link, then any data from there. So you want to make sure to collect all of that and build audience assets into Facebook based on all of those things. So another thing you can do to build your assets is in your business manager under audience insights. So specifically for e-commerce, let's say I wanted to create, I have an e-commerce store and I'm selling some women's athletic wear, for example. So, and I want to find out where or what my audience looks like that, you know, purchases women's athletic wear. So I'm going to come into audience insights. And this is if you're just starting out and if you don't have an audience yet, you don't have any previous clients, email addresses, any engagement on your page, or any other data, pixel data that you can use. You can come in here and find and build a really targeted audience. So under interests, first we're going to start with everybody on Facebook. And I'm in United States, so I'm going to keep it at United States. You can add different countries in here if you like. If you're targeting a specific country for your e-com, you can add that in there. Under interests, so I'm going to start with basic, whatever I know as far as women's athletic apparel. So I'm going to, let's type in Nike. So Nike women, and then, so as you can see, obviously 99% women audience, 1% male, and you come down here, you can look at their relationship status, mostly married, a few single as well, women. Their education level, you can see 68% college graduate. And then if you go down further, you can see job titles of women interested in, and I've only put in Nike so far. So most of them healthcare and medical service workers, then there's a few in sales, and then administrative services. So that kind of gives you an idea. And then you go to page likes here, and this really gives you a lot of different ideas on how to narrow down your search. So it gives you top categories of different websites, clothing stores, favorite or popular cosmetic stores, health and beauty, pretty much a breakdown of everything and all the demographics of women who currently like Nike. So you can use these demographics and build your own audience. So I'm gonna come in here and just pick a few that sound pretty good. So pick, let's type in Whole Foods Market. So I'm assuming women who work out eat healthy as well. So Whole Foods Market, and let me type in, I'm gonna do DSW because it's a store. They have an online shop as well, which a lot of women tend to shop at, so I would want those women who are used to purchasing things online, purchase online, because that can be a difficult task. And I'm going to take Zappos. Okay, so that's a pretty good list. And then you can add more if you want and move further. But as you can see, the more that I add here, if we go back under demographics, my demographics change a little bit based on everything that I have put in here. Pretty much the same kind of on relationship and status. And then you have more information here as far as their job titles that you can narrow down on. If we go under location, it will give you the location data as well, so you can see where most of the audience is coming from. And then under activities, so ads clicked, about 39%, I guess, actually click on the ads. So that's a good sign. And this is based on their device used. So you can use this data to figure out kind of what type of ads to run, whether you want to do only mobile. It looks like here only 36% of, or only 0.9% of desktop only users in this audience. So if I was to run an ad, I would do mobile only and not waste money on having my ads displayed on a desktop with this audience. So, and then you can see right here, it's a total of 15 million to 20 million people that I'm reaching right now with this audience. So now that you have your audience kind of demographics, once you're done and happy with what this looks like, you can just create an ad directly from here using this audience, or go ahead and just click save to save this as an audience. And then when we run ads, I'll show you how to pull in your saved audiences. So now I'm going to show you, now that we know kind of if you're starting from scratch, have no engagement, nothing at all, this is kind of how you can take what you've thought about as far as your audience and your avatar, and then bring it on into Facebook and find the people that you want. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our audience assets. So if you have a business page or email addresses, video views that you've previously have a lot of views on your videos, any engagement at all from Facebook or Instagram, pixel data. I'm going to show you part 2 where we can pull in all that information directly into Facebook. So in your Business Manager account, you want to go under Assets and click Audiences. Okay, so I'm going to first click Custom Audience. There's Custom Audience and then there's Lookalike Audience. The difference is Custom Audience is when you feed information to Facebook, for example, your email list or your engagement on your page or your Instagram account. It will create just pretty much like a saved audience based on that data. And then you take that custom saved audience that you created and you create what's called a lookalike audience based off the custom audience that you create. The lookalike audience is when Facebook takes your custom audience and analyzes all the demographics and then creates a lookalike audience of a minimum, I think 1 million, 2 million, and then you can, based on what percentage you want the lookalike to be, usually I stick with, there's like a 1%, I'll show you. It creates a lookalike audience of people with similar demographics based on your custom audience. So for example, you can see here, here's a lookalike that I have created of 2 million people from a list that I had of about, I don't know, it was, I think 200 or something. So let's go into this. So first, creating a custom audience. This is where we're going to use all of the audiences that we have created on your Facebook page, on your Instagram account, your Pixel, and your videos. So for example, we'll go through some of these here. So for website traffic, this is if I have a pixel already created that I'm going to get data from and upload it into Facebook. So you click website audience and then come in here, select your pixel that you want to select and name your audience and then just click create your audience. It's that simple. So I'm going to go in here again and say, and you do the same thing for, say you have a Facebook page, you're just going to tell Facebook which Facebook page you want to use to gather that data from the engagements and name the audience and click save. So say for example you have a email address, a list of email addresses that you've either gathered or collected, scraped, previous customer list, whatever it may be, you have a list of email addresses that you have of potential buyers or customers. So you go to customer list, and if it's a file where you don't include a column for lifetime customer value, you select this second option here. If you do have data for lifetime customer value, add that column in there, and Facebook, the data that it provides you is a lot of information on purchasing. It'll help you calculate lifetime value and all of that for you. So if you have that, that's even another video on how to read and analyze Facebook data, but I'm going to assume we just have email addresses. You can also import directly from MailChimp if you're using MailChimp. So we click that there. These are some of the identifiers that you can use. So when you have your Excel sheet, be sure that your labels are labeled exactly the same as one of these identifiers. I just keep my list simple. I have one column with name, or break it down first name, last name if I have that, otherwise just email. And then select the origin of the data. So if these are directly from your customers, obviously pick directly from customers, or if they're from different partners, agencies that have provided this data to you, then select the appropriate source, upload your file, name your audience, and click next. And that's it. And then it takes some time for it to upload to Facebook. So under your availability, it will tell you when it's ready and what your audience size is. Prior to being ready, it'll just say, it's populating at the moment. So here's an example of an audience I've created with this email list. Okay, so I had, and I labeled it realtors emails below, so it tells me what the audience size is. And this was just a small example list. So it tells me what the audience size is. Now I'm going to take this list and create a lookalike audience based on this list. Or I'm going to show you how to create a lookalike audience based on a video. Let's do that. So we select lookalike audience, and just like we did previously, you're going to select your lookalike source. So all your sources that you've created, all your custom audiences that you created should be in here, and it tells you, where the source is from. If it's a page for engagement or a video for engagement, you can skip the step of creating a custom audience. You can just go straight to lookalike audience. So I'm going to create a lookalike audience based on this page, 420preneurs. And pick a country. For United States. And then come down to the bottom and you select your audience size. So I know I said I was going to create a lookalike audience for a video, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So we'll just do the page here. Pick your audience size. So this is where I was talking about the percentage of lookalikes that you want. So you have 1%. The audience size ranges from 1% to 10% of the combined population of your selected area. So a 1% lookalike consists of people most similar to your lookalike audience. Increasing the percentage creates a bigger, broader audience. So I'm just going to keep it at 1%. That's 2.2 million people that are similar to this audience, and then click create audience. And right here you can see it says it's still populating. So once this is done populating, it's going to give you the size of the audience. This is ready to use, so I can start running ads directly to this audience now. If you have a video, you click lookalike audience, and for my source, let me see if I have a video in here. This is the right. Okay. You go to custom audience, and I'm going to select video. Okay, so choose a content type, and it asks you what kind of, how do you want to build your audience? People that viewed at least 3 seconds of your video, 10 seconds, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 95%. So I usually select 50% of the video, just because I want to make sure it's a good audience that actually cares for the content in any way. So I start at 50 and then go above. Unless you just want to create a larger audience, you can select those who watch 3 seconds or 10 seconds if you're just trying to target everybody that watched your video. again, for e-com, I would run a video, basic, just brand awareness video. And I'll show you how to do that when we actually do part 2 of the Facebook, actually running the ads and the strategy behind what ads to run first, second, and then your retargeting ads. So people who watch, if you already have a video with views, you want to get people who watch 50% of your videos, click choose videos, and then you can select a video anywhere that you have. If you've been doing Facebook ads for a while, you probably have some videos in your campaign. You can choose a video from your Instagram business profile, so it's a good idea to link your Instagram to Facebook. Also, when you run ads, you want to make sure your Instagram account is linked to Facebook because the ads will run in both places. So just select a Facebook page that you're going to use, select a video that you're going to use, and then click confirm. And you can select how many days you want it to go back. Name your audience, also can add a description, and click create audience. So this will create a custom audience based on your video views. So let me just do this for a test. So this is pretty much just taking the data and creating a saved custom audience. So 50% of say 1,000 people watched this video, it's going to put 500, and say 500 people watch 50% of your video, it's going to take 500 people and put them in this saved audience. Now what you would want to do is create a look-alike audience based on this video views. So I would go to lookalike audience, select a source, go to other sources, and click the one that I just created. And same as before, United States is who I want. And again, if you have a different country, write your country in there. Stick with 1%, 2.2 million, and click create audience. So now you have a lookalike audience based on people who watch 50% of your video, and you can start running ads to them, which again we will do in a separate training. That's it for now, and be sure to join us next week when we're going to go over more advanced e-com on how to create your Facebook ads, retargeting, adding your pixel, and then start running your initial ads and then your retargeting ads and driving traffic to your e-commerce store. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're watching on YouTube. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.